Today I'm doing a video on maths multiplication, multiplications. Okay, so I'll underline that with my ruler. This has been a great find, this little 15 centimetre ruler, because it fits neatly on these pages. I remember buying it at the local news agency and then having it there on the page gives something for the camera to focus in on, so it doesn't, the shot doesn't go in and out of focus. Well, hopefully it doesn't. Okay, so today I'm going to do multiplications, and I've done additions in the past, mathematical or maths, multiplications, and so I'm just going to write down some random numbers. Just making sure I've got enough space. What'll I do? Something easy. 67 and multiply that by just a single number. So to start with, I'm going to do a 2-digit multiplied by 1 digit, and then I'll make it harder where I've got 2 digits multiplied by 2 digits, and that, and maybe make it even harder again. I'll just see how I go. Okay, so without further ado, I will start multiplying. So 6 times 7 is 42, so put down the 2 and carry the 4. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 4 is 402. And now to test that is correct, I've got my calculator here, and I'll turn it on, and I'll punch in 67. So I'm trying to get it there in the light so you can see it without too much reflection. So 67 times 6 equals 402. So there we go. The first multiplication is correct, which is pretty good. And now I'm going to make it slightly harder by doing 2 digits. 2 digits by 2 digits. Well, a 2-digit number, that is. I think that's, I'm just making sure I've got enough space. Say 47, and I'll multiply that by something that's well easy, I suppose, to multiply by, which is a 2 and 5. There we go. Okay, so line under there, and so multiplying by 5s is easy, and multiplying by 2s is easy, because 5s, they're just going up in 5s every time. 5, 10, 15 and 20, and 2s, you're basically just doubling it. And if I stop and look at that multiplication, then I could really do that in my head, I think. Let's have a look. 725s are 175 175, but I'll I'll do this one properly and see if I get the same answer. 7 fives are 35 and carry a 3. 5 fours are 20 plus 3 is 23. Yeah. And carry the 0, or put down a 0 because you're multiplying by 10s. 2 sevens are 14. Carry a 1. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. And 5 and 0, that's, you've got to plus that section. 5 and 0 is 5. 3 and 4 is 7. 2 and 9 is 11. Okay, so yeah, I've got the answer of 1,175, which is what I worked out in my head. And clear that. And I'll punch in 47, yep. Multiplied by 25, yep. Equals, there we go, 1,175. So there we go. I got that answer correct. So I'd be a bit surprised if I didn't get that one right, because I multiplied it two different ways and come up with the same answer. I'm just sort of lining up here, so it's nice and even across the page. And then because with these multiplications, then it's good to keep all the columns in the one row, which makes it easy for all the calculations, the additions and the multiplications. Okay, so I'm going to go with something a bit harder this time. Let's say 73. And what about 42, I think. So I'll divide those out. If I move the ruler down, there's a bit of glare, but if I might just put the ruler up like so, actually. Yeah, that's it. Or maybe I'll just put it over to one side. Yeah, take it off for now, that's fine. And do a multiplication, so 2 times 3 is 6. And something to carry there. 2 times 7 is 14. So it's 14. Now to multiply by the 4, which is really the 40. I put a 0 down there to begin with. I remember when I was about 9, well I was 9 actually, I changed schools. I went from one school to another, and this is how I'd learned to multiply at my old school, this sort of method. Yeah, well, I suppose I'm going to say it's 2 digits and 2 digits. It would have been, and then I went to the new school. We had a bit of a class test or something, and then I've done it this way, and the class have learned a different way, a much longer way of doing the multiplication. I think each little multiplication was a separate line, maybe. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then the 7 times, or the 2 times 7, the 40, might have been on a separate line, I think. I never really worked out how to do those ones. Well, I don't remember anyway. I got the right answer. I suppose, in a way. Better concentrate on this. Carry a 1 and 4 7, so 28 and 1 is 29, okay. Concentrate on that other done the story. But anyway, I do remember that, or that part of the story. So I'm sort of thinking to myself that maybe people do have learned how to do these long multiplications a different way. So I suppose if you have, then, well, you could put a comment on it. It might be hard to explain in the comment section, but anyway, I should really research that, shouldn't I? Different ways to do long multiplication. 6, better do that addition, I suppose. Get on with it. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. 1 and 9 is 10. Carry a 1 is 3. Oh, 2 and 1 is 3, yeah. So 1 and 9 is 10. Carry a 1. 1 and 2 is 3. So there we go. 3,066 is my answer. And let's see if the calculator was clear that out. So 73, yep, multiplied by 42, yes, equals, oh there we go, 3,066. Excellent, so I got that one correct as well. And I've never left enough space here for the next one. With all my planning, I'm going to do one more. 2 digits multiplied by 2 digits. I'll do one more and I'm going to use some harder numbers now, so 9s are always good. And 6, and I haven't used an 8 yet, so I'll use an 8 and what about another 6 as well. I think I've cramped it there a bit. Unfortunately, I should have made them a bit over, but I think that's okay. Well, I suppose it has to be. And obviously when I did the maths additions video, which has been surprisingly successful, or surprisingly popular, which has inspired me to do the multiplications. So yes, I suppose that was just adding up numbers. There really wasn't a lot of variations in that, but there could be variations in the multiplication. We'll wait and see. We should see if there is. Okay, now we'll get into the multiplication now. So I'm going to multiply 96 by 86. 6 6 is 36. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? 6 6 is 36. I did 6 6s over there too, and 6 9s are 80. I feel 80. 6 6. I got to concentrate on this, otherwise I'm going to make a mistake. So 6 6 is 36. Put the 6 there and carry the 3. 6 9s are 54 plus 3 is 57. side. Now, hopefully I'll do a better job with my spacings on the next page, but I'm going to go over to the next page now and do some more complicated multiplications where I do 3 digits times 2 digits. So I'm going to turn the page over now and do some more maths multiplications. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll put the ruler on again to give the camera something to focus on. I'm going to hit it up with once again with maths. I know some countries just say math, but we always say, well, we and always, yeah, sort of fairly generalised, but I've always grown up to say maths as the plural of mathematics. Oh no, sorry, as the abbreviation of mathematics. Maths being the abbreviation of mathematics. Okay, maths and multiplications. Put the ruler down there. So what I'm going to do now is do 3 numbers times 2 numbers. Multiply, that is, multiply 3 numbers by 2 numbers. So I'm going to start over here with numbers that are easy numbers to multiply. 5 and 2 are easy. And I'll throw in a 7. And I'm going to multiply 527 by something in the teens, say 16, okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. 6 times 7 is 42. Put the 2 and carry the 4. 6 2s are 12 and 4 is 16. Okay, carry the 1. And 6 5s are 30 and 1 is 31. Yep. And to multiply by the 10, I put a 0 there first, and it's 1. 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, and then I add those 2 sorry, a little bit harder this time, so I'll throw a 7 in there. And 9 is always tricky. 7s and 9s are tricky. And I'll multiply that number by a harder number than 16, so something in the 40s. I'm going to go for 47. Now, so with the that maths addition video that I did a few months ago has been surprisingly popular, so I thought I'd do the multiplications. Oh, that's what I was going with it straight before. And then I'd have divisions to do in another video, and then subtraction, I suppose, if people I've got a feeling people might like that. It's all that sort of counting and numbers and stuff that people enjoy. It's a bit like the old counting sheep. I'm not sure if people actually did count sheep years ago, but you'd always see it in the movies or cartoons or something. People counting sheep, TV shows. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I said that, didn't I? I also could do a video for division and another video for subtraction, I suppose. Oh, and then also, exponential to the power of. Could be all sorts of stuff I could do. Who really knows? Yeah, okay. Just having some thoughts about stuff. Okay, 7 9s are 63. Put the 3 down, carry the 6. 7 7s are 49, and 6 is 55. Put down the 5 and carry the 5. 7 6s are 42, and 5 is 40. 47. Trying to keep all my columns lined up. Now to multiply by 40, I put a 0 down first. And 4 times 9 is another 36. 6 6s. 6 6s are 36. 4 9s are 36. 3 12s are 36. 3 12s, I think that's it, isn't it? It might be 6 6s, 3 12s, 4 9s, yeah. In the usual times tables. Okay, now concentrate. 4 9s, oh that's right, 36. Put down the 6 and carry the 3. 4 7s is 28, yeah, plus 3 is 31, so put down the 1 and carry the 3, and 4 6 are 24, and 3 makes 27. Now being careful to keep all my columns lining up. Rule it off. Rule it off. And rule it off, okay. Let me think. What do I got to do now? Add this together. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 and 6 is 11. Carry a 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and 7 is 9. Nothing to carry. 4 and 7 is 11. Carry a 1. 1 and 2 is 3. So hopefully the answer is 31,913. I'm having trouble getting my calculator clear finish off. I'm going to do a 3-digit number multiplied by another 3-digit number, so I don't want to make this too difficult, but I'll make it moderately difficult. So I'm going to have 3's in there, 3. I have 3, 6 and 3, okay. They're not bad numbers to multiply by, and then something that's a say